watch me want to look up the quote.
YouTube, what's up? This is Chef Stark Olay, and this is part 3 of Coin Exchange at West Covina with David. We had a couple cool videos to talk already filmed with great topics, great discussions. Mountain stacking was also in the house.
Even great discussions offline.
And a great discussion now offline, guys, that we're going to try to bring back some of it so you guys can be a part of it. I had a few more questions here in regards to what we were going to talk about, but I'm going to scratch off those questions and just ask one more. David, what does this industry, in your opinion, look like in 10 years? Really quickly, I feel that in 10 years, this industry will be blackballed. It'll be controlled by government, and even if it does get blackballed and it is controlled by government, will the government ever sell the bullion? What do you, David? So, question back to you: where do you see this industry in 10 years?
Well, I'd say that they're already selling the bullion, and they do some direct to consumer, but mostly it's wholesale. I think it'd be. I don't necessarily see in 10 years this business going away completely or being around in its same form. So we're looking at a lot of pressures from a lot of different directions, a lot of regulation that some may choose not to weather, and they'll close the doors. I think for us here, we could see some regulatory changes that affect us, as did the increase in the sales tax threshold in California from $1,500 to $2,000. I had a lot of people, say, okay, well, I'll be back, and they haven't just because of that threshold.
Right.
So
the government has already done things, at least here in the state, to deter people from spending at a coin shop, because they have to break a $2,000 threshold, correct?
Yes, but again, I think it goes back to competence versus malice. There was somebody famous that said, don't attribute to malice what you can to incompetence. And in this case, it's the California state the tax people, the CDTFA. I think it's just, at this point, it's a little bit of incompetence. Is if you want to encourage spending, you're going to lower that threshold, not raise it.
Yes, absolutely. So they're trying to discourage.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is collect sales tax, and
as often as they can, of course.
As often as they can, right? Any transaction below $2,000 that is a bulk bullion purchase is taxed, and that's not increasing revenue. It's simply deterring investment. So. Spending.
So I would say, guys, do not let the $2,000 tax threshold influence you to not purchase, guys, because at the end of the day, the government is winning when we are not purchasing metals, when we're holding debt fiat dollars. That's my quick point of view on that.
If it is conspiratorial at all, you would suggest perhaps raising that threshold to 2,000 discourages spending or moving your money out of paper and into metals. So you could think maybe it's that. I don't think it is necessarily that. I do believe it's just reverse thinking. If we raise the threshold, more people will pay taxes. That's not what's happening. That's not what I've seen. I've seen people simply spending less.
Okay.
Or holding on to their cash a little bit longer and then putting it in when they have the amount to exceed the threshold.
Do you feel that possibly the government is trying to somehow remove this industry so they can take it over? Get rid of, basically, I guess, the middleman, right? I mean, is that what we can say? You would be the middleman, in a sense? Do they want to get rid of the middleman so they can take over the industry and then hyperinflate the cost of metals, or just be in full control of every form of currency, whether fiat or physical?
Well, they definitely want to see. They definitely want to have their share of any currency, be it greenbacks or Bitcoin, right?
Mhm.
So that will be regulated on its own, and I don't see them taking over any industry really, just because there's the empowerment concept that you have to empower employees on the street level to conduct transactions. And while there are many great people in government that work hard for us on a daily basis, DMV, IRS,
Yeah, they work very hard for us to steal from us.
I know some good people in those areas. They're good people, hardworking, but the red tape that they have to process for their clients, the people that they're working for, is it boggles the mind.
Sure.
How can that be? And I just went through it now, becoming a service disabled veteran-owned small business. That is just going through that paperwork. That was a lot, and I already had all the information at my fingertips. So to see the government step in and try to take over anything would seem a bit. It would be too much for them to take on, I think. Now, eventually, they could just, I don't know the proper term. They could do a form of that, and it would be awful, and it would just be what we have. But keep in mind, and that opens up immediately a black market.
Yeah.
Like if the digital currency is going to open up a black market immediately, they turn off all right, we're collecting all greenbacks tomorrow, and you get to use the digital dollar.
And you feel that's definitely in our future?
I do believe digital is in our future,
Yeah,
but
so do I.
You're going to see a lot of this. It's going to be a slow rollout. You'll see a side by side. My opinion is that it'll be a slow rollout. You'll see a side by side for a long time, and eventually they'll phase out cash, and we'll just use swiping or
The chip,
whatever it is. Yeah,
the mark of the
big
beast.
Scary thing. Yeah, the mark of the beast. The 666 on our foreheads each.
Well, it says in the Bible that currency will be crashed. Modern currency will be crashed. There'll be a new government, a new world order, a new form of currency, and to buy, sell, or trade. So you cannot buy a piece of bubble gum. You cannot go and buy a fucking number 5 at McDonald's without this marking.
So
you pointed to your
instead?
hand.
Yeah. So what do we do instead?
What do we do instead?
We stack silver and gold.
We stack silver and gold.
Against that, yeah.
And can we stack enough silver and gold that'll withstand the rest of our lifetime, where we won't have to use the new form of currency, the mark of the beast, or RFID chip, or a digital dollar? But we have enough.
Or your phone.
Oh yeah, you can use our phone with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have enough silver or gold. Will individuals have enough silver or gold to survive those times? Who knows? I hope I do. I think maybe you do. You have more than me here, but it's scary times ahead.
I keep selling it, so maybe not.
Yeah, you'll be running out soon enough. So you agree a future digital currency will be
digital
in
currency
place.
is coming for sure. It's just a matter of when and how.
And how, yeah.
How they roll it out.
Well, they would have to for sure at least crash fiat currency to deter people from using that any further, or at least devaluate it enough where people will not want it because it's worth less.
There could, I think I'm using this term correctly. There could be a black swan event that causes that, right? But I don't know that. I don't think they even need to do that.
Sure.
But over several years, phasing out the dollar in favor of the digital currency and just pulling the greenbacks off the market. I think that's probably the way it would go. But keep in mind too that even before that process is completely finished, you're going to see a black market open up.
Sure.
And because
there's always a black market.
Yeah, people don't trust
the government.
A digital currency.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
unless you start giving it to us for free. Here's thousands of dollars you guys have to spend.
Which they would have to do, yeah. That
in
would
order
be the
to get
start
us
of
on
it.
board.
Yeah, that would be the.
There's 20 grand. Everyone gets 20 grand off the back, and
Yeah.
go spend it. Help your economy grow.
Well, actually, I think they probably start off with universal basic income because the corporations have taken all the jobs overseas and or automated them. So, what are you going to do with everybody that needs a job?
Right.
You got to give them a base.
You
I
give them
guess.
fucking COVID and hope they die. And a new virus, a new disease. The more, I feel like people pass away with no wills and stuff like that. Who keeps the money? Who keeps their assets? Who keeps their estates? The government does.
The government, yeah. If there are no heirs and nobody else to take it, then
The government has their
government
foot
takes
in every door.
Everything.
It's ridiculous. Let me ask one last question before we end this, and you can answer with a big thumbs up or a big thumbs down. Robert Kennedy for president.
Really?
Thumbs down.
Don't ask.
Thumbs up. Joe Biden for president.
I cannot. I'm done. No more.
That's it.
I wish you hadn't asked me that question. I wish I hadn't answered it. For one, that's my bad. You probably.
Which question? The Robert Kennedy?
Yeah. I probably lost a lot of people doing that.
No, of course not. Listen, I think the people that stack and the people in this community are very conservative, very probably more Republican than Democrat. I have voted Republican the last couple of elections. I see a Democrat that has grabbed a little bit of my attention, and I haven't made my decision on him yet, but I think he seems like a decent man.
So he's a Democrat.
He's a Democrat. He's running Democrat. But I
Interesting.
He's said some things that
That's gonna
resonate.
That's going to
and
split the Democratic ticket.
it really is going to split the Democratic ticket.
And then you've got DeSantis and Trump. They're going to split.
It's going to be very interesting.
But if it's a four-way tie, who knows?
But yeah, don't worry about it was just a question. We're not here judging anybody on their political views. I'm not about that. I respect everyone's political views, whether you're blue or red. That is not a battle that I choose to fight anywhere, anytime, any day. I choose unity and peace.
Amen.
Over red and blue. Any last thoughts, David?
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No, 8 a.m. No, don't listen to that. Scratch that. Back up.
Reverse.
We're open Monday through Friday, 10-ish to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 2. I say 10-ish because I've been letting the cat out in the morning, right? And sometimes she comes back late.
So you open doors a little late.
Yeah, and then she comes waltzing in like 10 minutes to 10. It's, you gotta get to work, and so I lock her in and feed her and pet her. It's okay, bye.
Oh, yeah, she's probably learned accustomed to showing up late. So
I know.
She probably has
She's
a
a
she.
fighter.
She probably has
Yeah,
a couple boy cats hanging around the neighborhood.
Yeah, we call her Lady Cavrona because she
she's a little bitch.
you get 3 pets and then she bites. So
there you go. Oh, I see. Damn. Usually cats don't let you pet once before they start scratching and clawing. Guys, that's going to end it for us here at Coin Exchange West Covina. This is Monday, the 18th. So you'll see this video later tonight in the afternoon. Please come and visit David if you're around town. Say hello. Tell him the chef sent you. And I think we're done for the evening, guys. David, again, thank you for your time, your hospitality, and your knowledge. It's always a pleasure, and I'm very thankful that you allow this camera in here. You allow me to ask you all kinds of questions. I'm very thankful for that. David, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Guys, if you don't got it, go out there and get it. It's out there. It's waiting for you. It's silver, it's gold, it's beautiful, and you need to get it. I just screwed up my own fucking catchphrase, so happy Monday. David, thank you so much, man. I'll see you soon.
All right, take care. Be safe out there.
Thank you.